Welcome back to the Barry Charles Footy Show, your one-stop shop for everything rugby league. Yes, folks, from top to the bottom, we're going to talk about the best hookers in the game in 2023, the top 10 hookers of the NRL in 2023. And yes, we're not talking about the Midnight Delight hooker or early morning. We're talking about rugby league. Let's get to it right here, right now at Barry Charles Footy Show. Yes, well, the hookers of the year. Some of these players, to me, probably don't even deserve to be on this list. But again, it was a struggle to look for better hookers than these players that I got on the list, especially a couple of them. But they really have dropped down the list in terms of their talent. But anyway, let's get to it. Yes, let's get to it, folks. With me, the number 10 on this list is going to be our man from the Dragons, Damien Cook. Yes, Cookster. Yes, what's happening there? Damien Cook is my number 10 pick here. I thought he had a disappointing season, to be honest. That's why he's ranked so low. The start of the season, it was okay, but again, absolute disastrous game 2. Absolutely bad decision from it was just craziness, the selection. Headache there putting Damien Cook into centre for New South Wales. It was absolute joke, absolute embarrassment on Damien Cook. He was never going to be doing that. And then they put Nicho Hynes just to make it worse, and look what happened there. Just disastrous all day long. Bad selection there. But yes, Damien Cook was very disappointing this season. Number 9, another very hooker that disappointed, but he finished the season not too bad. So that's why he sneaks into the top 10. Brandon Smith. Absolute disastrous start to his Roosters campaign, but it finished off okay. So maybe there's a chance for redemption later on. There with the Roosters, but yes, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But very, very good. Way too good. He had a disastrous, to be honest. I'm saying way too good. Disastrous season. Brandon Smith. The thumb injury didn't help, but he was struggling before then. But he found some form in the last month. So I have to give him credit there, and that's why he's number 9 on the list. Number 8, unsung hero, Lachlan Croker from Manly. He's really very much like another player that's going to come on the list later. Very much a battler, struggling to make it in the NRL. Then starts to find a home in the hooker position and is playing consistent footy over the last couple of years. Not in the elite hookers, but if he can go to another level, he can do a job there, a bit like Reid Mahoney, who is not in this list of 10, just so you know. Lachlan Croker, yep, to me, he's number 8. Number 7, Blake Brayley. Good to see he got some game time this season. Very good. But still very injury prone. Seems an injury prone family with Jaden Brayley, of course. That's the question mark if he can continue to stay on the field, Blake Brayley, but he had a very good season. Very consistent and well deserving. Number 6, one player on this list that I thought, oh, where's no Api Coruscant, no chance of winning the grand final. Well, Mitch Kenny gets a try in the grand final. First try of the grand final, handed to him like a gift from God. Mitch Kenny absolutely played well above expectation. I don't think he didn't really improve, but he just did what he had to do, his normal defensive outlays and not much attack, but they've got enough attack in Luai and Nathan Cleary that they just needed Mitch Kenny to give him a nice ball, and that's all they needed. So Mitch Kenny had a very good season. Now, number 5 on the list, second most improved, but definitely up there with the most improved hookers in the game, Billy Walters, yes, from the Brisbane Broncos. He was very, very disappointing early on in his career, but he finally delivered into 2023, his best season by a country mile. Outstanding from Billy Walters, really took some pressure off Adam Reynolds and the likes and Ezra Mams. He was very, very good, Billy Walters. You could argue he may have deserved to be a little bit higher up on this list, and probably deservedly so, but that's the way I've gone here. Number 4, unsung hero for the Warriors, Wade Egan. Yes, very good season for Wade Egan. He's been pretty consistent his whole career, but staying on the field. The head knocks in is a concern for me. That's something he needs to try and figure out so he can stay on the field longer. But he's a very good player, Wade Egan, very consistent, and one player that Panthers probably would like back in their team, to be honest. But they're winning regardless, but they would love to probably bring him back into the mould. Number 3 on this list, in one of the worst years in the Tigers' history, well, they've had quite a few recently, but Api Koroisau absolutely shone above most, even with the struggling. He had to play in the halves at times this season with injuries, but he still played very good football. Api, very good. Was able to play. Yeah, the injury really cost them at a big time on Origin level, but that's the way it goes sometimes with Api. Unlucky for him, but lucky for others. With the broken jaw, didn't help at all, but Api had a very, very good season regardless. Number 2 on this list, I probably wanted to make him number 1 because how much he improved this year, but he was not the best hooker in the game this season, but he was very much the most improved. Phoenix Crossland from the Newcastle Knights went to another level in 2023. Very, very good, and just helped pave the way for Hastings to give it out to Ponga to do what he likes to do best. Yes, Phoenix Crossland, they were all boo-hooing at the start of the season, but he really, really went up to another level for the Newcastle Knights when he needed, and really was an outstanding season. But the best hooker in the game, he learned from the best. Yes, from the Melbourne Storm. Harry Grant learned from Cameron Smith, and he is, no doubt about it, the best hooker in the game by a mile. Absolutely by a mile. You could add Ben Hunt if he was playing hooker. He could be up there with him, but yes, Harry Grant's another one a miles above the rest of them in the competition. Very consistent, very good. You can argue he might not have had the greatest of seasons, but he still had a great season. But for his high standards, I think I'm probably a little bit a notch below last season for Harry Grant, but still very good. Very solid player and does everything you need every single week for his team. So he's a very good player, Harry Grant, and had a very solid year. But anyway, that is my best hookers for 2023. Leave a comment and I will get back to you. I hope you really enjoyed this video. There's plenty more to come. This is the Barry Charles Footy Show. Have a great day out there.